Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to show you how I create my everyday natural kind of makeup that I wear on a regular basis. So keep watching and enjoy. So I'm gonna start off with the bdellium foundation brush that I use on a day-to-day basis. Everything I use, I'm going to link it in my description below so that you can see what products I've used. I'm going to use my favorite foundation at the moment. It's the Fenty Pro Filter and it's in the shade 300. So I'm going to go ahead and use my favorite foundation brush and just apply it all over my face. This is what I do when I also do this makeup look on work days as well. This look can be created for any outfits, doesn't matter what color you wear, but I'm going to use all my products I use, which are my favorites and I use all the time. So on my brows, if you see my previous videos, I have used the NYX brow pencil in Espresso, and I used the brow drama brow mascara and the Kiko concealer. So I've already done that, and I've also used the blur primer in the orange before I done my foundations. What I also do is use the Kiko concealer to conceal under my eyes, and it's in the shade number 6. I've used it in my previous videos, so this is what I do regular basis. Also, I apply on top of my eyelid, so it's like a perfect base before any eyeshadow. And I don't really use primer, to be honest. I've tried using primer, but I feel like this is the best thing to keep my eyeshadow on. And then I'm going to use the all-nighter translucent powder, and it is also waterproof. So I'm going to go ahead and use the Real Techniques powder brush or buffing brush. You can use whichever brush you prefer. And I'm going to apply that to set my concealer on the eyelid and also under the eye. And I do it all over my face. I feel like this holds the foundation on for longer, and because I've got very oily skin, it stops any shine throughout the day, and I feel like I don't need to touch up. And then I'm going to use my favorite setting spray by Urban Decay in D-Slick, and I just mist that all over my face. Make sure you cover the whole area and then let that dry for a few seconds. Then I'm going to go ahead with my contour kit by Anastasia and using my favorite contour brush by The Real Techniques. Go ahead and use the 2 brown shades. One is like actually the shadow kind of brown to kind of give it more definition, and the other one is a bit more like a brown, which will warmth up the skin tone and give it a bit more color to the skin. So I go ahead and apply it on my cheekbones, on my forehead, and I go around the areas to just give it a bit more definition. My nose, everywhere. I use the same brush as well. In the mornings I don't really have time, so I just use that. You can use a smaller brush if you like, but this is the way I like to do it. If you don't have much time, but this is the quick kind of step I do. And usually when I get ready in the mornings or going out, it takes me roughly about 30 minutes max. So when you have like a good routine, then you can do it really fast and know the steps. Then I'm going to go ahead and use my favorite Kick-Ass powder by Soap and Glory, and I use to set more under the eyes. I feel like it brightens up and creates a better finish, and it feels like it lifts up any darkness under the eyes, and also it sets a bit more, and I like to add some on my eyelid. You can do this if you want, but it's up to you. I like to do it that way. Then I'm going to go ahead with the Kiko concealer and apply some on my lips. I like to apply concealer before applying any lip products. I feel like it creates better colour for any lipstick or lip liner. And then I set it with the same Urban Decay All Nighter powder. Then I'm going to go ahead with my favourite blusher by Milani in the Luminoso, and then use my favourite Zoeva brush in the Rose Gold Luxe brush. But I'm going to go ahead with my favourite Huda Beauty eyeshadow Rose Gold palette, and I like to use the Bay, just like a base colour. And then in my crease I use the brown shade Sandalwood, and I literally use a medium fluffy brush just in the crease line. Then I'm going to use a Huda Beauty Warm Brown Obsessions, and I'm going to use one of the warm colours again to add a bit more depth and colour to the crease line. Yeah, this is a palette I keep using that I got from Paris. If you've not seen my Paris haul videos, make sure you check it out. And then I go ahead and use the clean brush that I used for using the Bay, and I go ahead and just blend the top bit so it's not harsh lines. And I go back in with the Sandalwood and I just add a bit more to the transition to just kind of blend it a bit more better. I'm going to go ahead with the shade Cocoa, and I'm going to use a medium brush to just add a bit more definition and more shadow on the crease line. And just go back and forth and blend, blend, blend. And then I'm going to go back in with the Bay and use the clean blending brush to just go into the eyelid to add a bit more colour. Then I'm going to use a small brush and use a Sandalwood and go under my eyeline, and I think I've got a little hair, just to add a bit more depth. So using the same colours you just use at the bottom. Then I'm going to use Cocoa to add to the bottom lash line. You can use whichever brush you find comfortable. I'm using a lip brush, by the way. It can be used. And I go back in with the Cocoa and I use to add it onto the top line. It creates like a smoky line. I just feel like that's my kind of favourite look to create. And it creates like a little shadow just before you add any lashes or mascara. And then I'm going to go ahead with the Coffee colour in the MAC eye pencil, and I just add it to the waterline. And then I'm going to go ahead with the mascara curler by YSL before I add any lashes, or you don't have to add lashes, it's up to you if you just prefer mascara. But this is I love it because it separates the lashes and creates a curl. You don't need a curler, so this just adds so much length, and you can see instantly lifts up my eyelashes. And then I'm going to go ahead with my favourite autumn highlight that I keep using by Laura Geller. Literally, it will last me a lifetime. So much highlight, and I don't think I'll be hitting pan anytime soon. So much highlight. And then I go ahead and add it to the Cupid's bow. This is what I do on a day-to-day basis at the moment. And I add it onto the nose. I'm using the Real Technique small brush that you've seen in my previous videos. These are my favourite brushes that I keep using from time to time, and I feel like it just are the best brushes ever. And I'm going to use a medium brush to highlight my cheekbones, a little bit on the top, and look at that highlight. I mean, it's so natural, but the more you add, the more highlight you can create. You can see that close up. Look at that highlight. I absolutely love this highlight, and it's just, I can't stop using it. It's from the Christmas collection I got from last year, and I keep using it from this day. And then I'm going to add some lashes if you want to, you can, but I love my Huda eyelashes in Gazelle. It's just very natural every day, and I've just popped it on. I like to go close up into the mirror when I add my lashes, and I find it difficult applying on camera, but hopefully I'll show you that soon. And then I'm going to add some more mascara on the bottom lashes. Sometimes I do that, sometimes I don't, depends if I wanted to create more effect at the bottom. But because I've got such a long lash, I sometimes do, and I have to go back in with a mascara spoolie to kind of separate the lashes. And then I'm going to go ahead and line my lips with the Cork lip liner by MAC that I keep going back to. And it's a nice warm shade that I like to line my lips with. Any nude lips that I use, I always use this lip liner. You've probably seen it in my previous videos as well. I promise you I have more lip liners, but this is what I use on a day-to-day basis. Make sure that you properly line it. I don't like to go over too much when I lip line. I already have a bigger lip, so I just keep it in, and this just helps define and create like more definition to the lips. You can fill it in if you want, or just line your lips, and I like to add like a line in the middle and the top, and it creates like a little bit of effect. You can make your lips bigger if you like that look, but I'm gonna go ahead with the Jared Cosmetics a liquid matte. It's in the shade Everything Nice. Again, it's one of my favorite nudes, and I've got many favorites, so I either use that nude, not all the time. I do have a lot of other ones that I probably will mention in my future videos. And then I go back in with the same lip liner, and I like to go back in to just define it a bit more. I feel like it creates a better finish for the lips. Well, here's the finished look for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed watching my everyday natural makeup. If you did like it, don't forget to like and subscribe, and comment below if you really loved this look, and if you recommend any videos that you want me to create. Like if you want me to create anything else, let me know. Follow me on my social media, and I'll link it on my description below. Thank you guys for watching. Take care. Bye.